Better Together NC series of gatherings is a project with communities across rural North Carolina where the Klan and recent white supremacist groups are most active.
We're trying to give folks a space where they can come together from different parts of the state, from different backgrounds, and to have those conversations in a way that is very supported so that people can feel comfortable engaging person to person.
One thing that we're doing as a major part of the gatherings is providing dialogues at tables. So people have an opportunity to connect with folks, maybe who they know and maybe who they don't, but to also get folks to talk to each other at a deeper level about some things that are hard to talk about, like white supremacy. And so we're providing support for local people who want to serve as facilitators to be the folks at the table who bring out that dialogue and to encourage people to talk.
And we started with a lot of churches that were in the network of the North Carolina Council of Churches. We recognized that also these were predominantly white churches with predominantly white congregations that don't necessarily have conversations with people of color on an ongoing basis. Something shifted then.
We wanted to operate from a more expansive definition of what white supremacist violence looks like, how it shows up in our day-to-day interactions, in all of our in our work, in our schools, in our organizations, in our social movements, and really pushing white folks to think about how they've been socialized in white supremacy and how they, consciously or unconsciously are perpetuating that, and that it's a part of everyone, right? It's not those bad Nazis over there. It's a part of all of us, and we have to confront it or we'll keep perpetuating it.
We've shifted a little bit also to recognize some of the stuff that's happened both locally and nationally in the meantime. I mean, the three big things I can think of that really have influenced it are the fact that Trump rescinded DACA and Charlottesville, and the third thing is that the Confederate Memorial came down in Durham. We've really had to be nimble with what's happening locally and nationally and in the region in order to respond to it and work with local communities and community partners to figure out what's happening on the ground, what do people need support around right now, how can we talk about the things that are happening here. So I think that that's shifted the project to one that's more around sanctuary.
The sanctuary movement comes from the 1980s, and Mi Gente has done a lot of work working on an expanded sanctuary model that encompasses not just undocumented folks. Everyone who's a target of state violence can be included in this expanded idea. That's what we are trying to center the events around, is what do our communities look like when we really have sanctuary communities for everyone who lives there. People have really been responding well to being given this offering of having a shared meal and so much space and time to just talk. And once people have it, they are like, this is great. We want to keep doing this. So that has been a really awesome outcome that we've experienced so far.
Next steps are reinforcing the connections that have been made and making sure that people know how to gain access to each other. Individuals that I was talking to said, we knew about them and they knew about us, but we haven't really known how to connect. And they were kind of saying, this event has brought us together.
I think that there are some, I'll just say, homegrown activists right here in this place today that are really fired up, wanting to see change. People are gonna write to our elected officials, our county commissioners. We're gonna continue to talk about how we can join together to be anti-racist here in this county. And I think we've got a long battle ahead, but I really believe that there's some fired up individuals who are like, look, I'm tired of this. We're not gonna continue to live this way. We wanna move forward together.